Welcome to Cooking with Truck. And today we are going to make the traditional American Jell-O shots. This is a box, well, it's an X box of lime Jell-O. This is what lime Jell-O looks like in its natural environment. We will be removing it and putting it in this later. We're currently boiling water, as you can sort of see by the steam. That will boil, and we will be using this. We're going to put all, no we're not. We're going to be using this lovely Jell-O mold. Okay, it's a cake mold, who cares? We're going to use it for making Jell-O. It's perfect because it's green. And we will be using this lovely Dutch Oliphant, which has a slight flavor, so this will not be exactly the same as US style, but who cares? We're in Europe, we're gonna do it our way. Besides, we always do it my way. So, in a few moments, when the water has boiled, we are going to take 1 cup. Now I know people here in Europe don't know what a cup is. That's because cups are an unnatural form of measurement. If you look here on your thing, it actually does tell you how much a cup is. But you have to know this. There are four cups to a pint. I believe the PTS stands for pints, so this is the level of the water. I could be wrong. It's been 7 years since I lived in the States and had to deal with cups. But since the measurement on the back of this thing is only in cups, as this is made for the American market, well, there you go. Now we're getting close to boiling water. Not quite yet, but we're getting close. So soon we will start dissolving our Jell-O. We actually will dissolve the Jell-O in the boiling water, and then we will add the yen in there. After that is done, we will be chilling this in the refrigerator for 4 hours, after which it'll come out and it'll be this kind of strange, well, gelatin blob, which will be formed to the shape of our friend Mr. Alien, or Space Invaders, or whatever the heck you want to call it. Alright, water boils slowly, and this is a step, and don't trip and fall in the kitchen. You will hurt yourself on a knife. It is bad. Alright, we're not going to be using this beer, but I'm going to drink it because I feel like it. Oops. Always clean up your beer mess, especially in a kitchen. Okay. Honestly, we have the water is very close to boiling. The bubbles are forming on the bottom very, very rapidly now. We're about 10, 15, maybe 20 seconds away from actual boiling water. And put this here, getting ready for the measurement. But it is important to actually have boiling water, just like making tea with boiling water, or making, well, tea more than coffee. If
you should not boil the tea when you make it.
Yeah, exactly. It needs to just hit boiling so that it can dissolve, and then it has to be at that temperature and then cool down. It's just a chemical reaction that takes place at the level of boiling. But if you actually cook the cow bones, the gelatin, in the water when it's that temperature, it'll ruin it. It'll just be kind of more runny, which you don't want. Gelatin is, the reason why people do this in the States is because they think that it's important to take in the alcohol quickly, and they don't want to actually have any idea whether they're actually drinking it. But they still need to know, because otherwise they'll get sued. So, as you see, we have boiling water here. So I'm going to turn off this, and now we're going to measure the right amount of water into here. There we go. That's not very much, but that is how much water we have. Right. Okay, so we put the boiling water in here. And we take our thing and we pour in the gelatin, and then we mix it up a little bit like this. I should actually have a spoon, which I should have planned before, but always plan. Thank you, Sarah. Here we are. We have the, okay, these bumps are kind of a problem, but it's not really all that much of a problem because it is actually dissolving. Okay. In fact, it's pretty close to dissolving. One of the great things about gelatin and dissolving is that, boy, it just, it's not like melting ice. It just goes right in. And it's not like doing sugar or, well, making salmiakki. It's pretty much there already. Okay, so now we are going to take the Jenever. If Juanru would hand me the Jenever. Here we are. And we are going to measure the appropriate amount, which is, again, right up to there. Yes. Okay. Here we are. Pour that in there. Now you may be saying, well, why didn't you boil the Jenever? Boiling alcohol is not a good idea. It loses some of the alcohol to the atmosphere, and you don't want to do that. Okay, so we've mixed it. We want to make sure we mix it a bit because you don't want to have all the alcohol on the top and the other stuff on the bottom. As you see, even though it doesn't seem like that much from here, I mean, it's just that much of the thing, it actually is filling up half of this thing, and this is going to actually work great because these are just about the right size for cutting these cubes when this is done. Okay, also the best thing about this is since it's about this size, we can just pick this sucker up. Actually, now that I've done that, I can see that this is actually not quite as dissolved as what I thought on the bottom. It's still nice and hot. And it smells good. It smells like lime, well, fake lime, and Jenever. And now, ooh, that's still boiling. Now we go and we stick this in the refrigerator. Where is Mr. Refrigerator? Mr. Refrigerator is over here, right where I was. There we go. Put this here. Okay, that's good. When we come back in about 4 hours and we see how this sucker is. See you in 4 hours.